Alright, so to keep up with my end of the bargain, here in this episode of, I don't know what this will be called, um, I will keep up with my word to allow this to be the second Rambles on this channel. Now, for the accompanying gameplay, we have some Balatro, and later on, maybe something a little else. That is to be decided as of this recording. But today, I feel it is necessary that I vent about something in relation to gaming, and that is the Doomers. Why do we allow them to exist, and what provokes those types of individuals? Now, 1,000 times over, people have made videos like this a million times. My little jumbled up word soup isn't going to add anything to the pot. But I feel as if this channel is going to be here, I might as well spit into the void. But a lot of things that Doomers have been doing over the past, say, 5 years has been to consistently allow for toxic, I guess, negativity to be perpetual in gaming and gaming culture. I mean, Doomers and these, synthetic man types are the main reason that gaming is looked at so poorly in modern media, simply because of the fact that, you know, you have people like synthetic men, you have blinding racists who love to sit and spew a negative outlook on life. And it baffles me, baffles my mind, it baffles my mind continuously, rattles it. And along with that is their consistence on claiming that gaming is dead. Now, I saw a video recently, don't remember the person, but it was about this similar topic, and this is what is promoting me to make this video. And that is, gaming isn't dead, and it never has been dying. Even when you have somebody who traditionally isn't what you would consider a doomer, they still turn around and say, oh, gaming's dying. The gaming industry is about to crash. We're fixing to see one big collapse. But every time we say that there is going to be a collapse within the gaming industry just pushes forward and pretends like whatever the fears of the consumer were didn't exist. As an example, we use the most recent gaming controversy in the new Super Mario racing game, being priced at $80 digital, $90 physical. Now, the reasoning, I would imagine, is because of the recent tariffs, and I will try to stay out of the political sphere on that subject. But for a lot of people, there are still people who are grappling with the idea of having to pay $70 for a base title, let alone 80 or 90 for a title, right? And there are people who even agree with the price increase and say, well, it's about time, right? People say, well, it's about time. It's about time that gaming had caught up with inflation by this point. But the thing is you'll have a game like Red Dead Redemption 2 that was priced at $60, make millions of dollars, billions even. Grand Theft Auto 5 made billions of dollars. And people are saying that GTA 6 is fixing to be a $100 game base. That is the theory. That is what people are saying throughout the gaming world. And I just hope it isn't, because knowing me and knowing everyone else, the state of gaming is not, especially AAA gaming, is not suited, is not fit to bear that load, to bear that pressure and push it onto the consumer. It absolutely is just baseless in every way. Um, all of it is greed. In reality, all of it is greed. A lot of it is the want to push a sort of uh, push the pressure of the failing economy. Instead of putting it on the business, they put it on the consumer. And you feel that in gaming today. And it sucks. That's why I'd promote 1,000 times over, if you've noticed, uh, both of the games that I have shown in the background are technically indie games. Balatro, definitely an indie game. Enter the Gungeon. I don't know if I don't know if Enter the Gungeon is necessarily a indie game. I class it as such, but that's one moment of splitting hairs. Uh, Indie games are the best place to go right now. Indie games are where it is at right now in terms of innovation in the games industry, and you see whenever a new indie game innovates on something, every studio in the gaming industry wants to turn around and fill it in with their, you know, with their corruption, and fill it with microtransactions and paywall DLC and things like that, because even though they're a trillion, some of them are $1 trillion um, companies, still yearn to keep that bottom line going. And as of right now, there's no end in sight for that. And honestly, it is scary, especially for someone like me and many others who value gaming as an outlet, as a hobby. They value that, and the fact that some people won't be able to play their favorite games anymore because it just breaks the bank too much sucks, and honestly, it in a lot of ways shows the lack of respect to the consumer in various ways. And I understand that what I've said and what I am saying is not new. None of it is, but I feel like it's still worth saying because I just can't stay quiet about this. If GTA 6 does actually jump the shark, so to speak, and becomes $60, or not $60, $100. In reality, like with most big things that happen in the world, most people are just gonna have to turn the other cheek and just say, "Oh well, I guess I can't play my favorite games anymore. I can't play the next iteration of this game anymore because most likely they're gonna bump up the price or add like a weird paywall to it, maybe make you pay a subscription to even play the game, console gamers already have to deal with enough with having subscriptions getting constantly, you know, increased more and more as the years go by, forcing us to basically go into debt for them to even play with our friends and family, excuse me. Uh, it is, it's awful. I mean, I understand what I'm saying is pointless. In a lot of ways, it is for me because I'm a fucking nobody. But I just feel like regardless, it is necessary. I mean, and the name of this channel is to spew word soup, so I might as well with something that is definitely important, uh, which is the hurting of gaming in a lot of ways, and not only just in price, just in quality. Quality has gone down quite considerably, but then you'll have games that are not even a fraction of all of that, and they are 1,000 times better and more content packed than anything you could have ever seen. Blatro, Enter the Gungeon, and so many other indie games are crowning examples. Overkill, just to name a small few games that have innovated in the indie space and continue to innovate, and it's just beautiful. So what I would recommend is just go fishing through indie games. They're inexpensive. Most are in the $20 to $30 range. If they're big projects, it's in the $30 range. Some are in the $20 range. Some are even in the $10 range. Blatro is, I think, $15. It's not expensive at all. And it's infinitely more replayable than a Call of Duty, than a big AAA title that is solely just there to milk you for all you're worth. And the fact that even people that you wouldn't expect it in the gaming space agree with it. Queso and several other big content creators that you might not think agree with the idea, because they themselves strive for greed. They themselves strive for deepening their pockets. Some of the big top streamers, yes, I understand it's their job, but they can risk spending $60, $70, $80 and have it not be good, because they'll make that more than that in one stream. And with the AAA studios, they make back so much money. The only reason that a lot of people are saying, oh, the gaming industry's dying, is from evidence from leaked documents stating that they're having to do a lot to make even. And that's not a sign of the gaming industry dying as much as it is a sign of the management not being able to properly allocate resources effectively. Their budget is all out of whack, and unfortunately that is falling on the consumer. You know, not that long ago, a big wig at Capcom went out and stated that he thinks games aren't expensive enough and should get more expensive. All these big wigs at Activision, 2K, EA want every game to be a literal fucking digital luxury. right? And if you want to view this in any historic light, view it as back in the 90s with Napster. Remember Napster? The whole free streaming debacle that nearly killed streaming. You know, this is a coin flip of that. Instead of things being, you know, people freaking out because things are free, people are blowing a gasket because things aren't expensive enough. And that's not me talking about the regular consumer. That's me talking about the bigwigs. That's me talking about the billionaires at Take Two, at fucking Activision, that have ruined the AAA games industry. And but yet people still buy their products, which blows my mind. That people are able to just turn their brain off and buy the next 2K game. You know, buy the next Call of Duty. Just turn their brain off and be like, "Oh, this is good. This is a good purchase." You're gonna have to go buy it again next year. So what's the point? And I think the point of this video, in essence, is just me asking why. Why are we being so doomerish over the whole sense of the games industry not being able to allocate resource enough, so also the games industry is dying because greed is taking over. Or in the doomers say it's wokeism, or oh there's too many women in my video game. That's not it. The reason that gaming is on a really shitty place right now is because of the execs. And I think from here on out people need to learn that and understand that. Because without that, we're going to allow this to keep going downhill. And yeah, it is in all essence the problem of the gaming industry at large not being able to care enough and allowing greed to take hold and for the consumer to hurt and hurt really fucking bad. So I feel like in the future, you know, including this year and next year, I feel like people just need to be more financially smart with what games they buy and what things in the gaming world they do purchase. But regardless of all that I've said in this video and the word soup, the word vomit that I've spewed out today in this video or tonight, depending on whatever time you're finding this, uh, to just play the games you like to play. Play what you love, regardless of what your favorite content creator says, regardless of what the media tells you, what the doomers tell you, all of that. Just have fun. Have fun. Because people aren't having fun anymore. People are more or less willing to look at the doom and gloom that things like social media feed you, drain your emotional energy, just so they can get one more dime out of you to buy that little bit of horse armor or that cool skin with a nice ass on it. Just do what makes you happy in the gaming space. And hell, if buying a $80 to $90 game makes you happy, shit, I can't tell you no. I can't tell you no. But what I can do is advise you as to why that is not a smart financial decision for not only you, the consumer, but for the company at large. Maybe not in the short term, but in the long term. So, I think it is about time I wrap this video up. I've spoken for a lot longer than I expected and was able to find a lot of ways to speak in circles. Um, so, regardless of what I've said in this video, I hope that every single one of you is having an amazing day and that, whatever games that you play, um, enjoy them and comment what games you like to play down below. What what's grabbing your attention right now? And I understand this is a channel with two videos on it currently, but I'm still gonna ask to whoever finds this video, what's grabbing your attention? What's making you happy in the gaming space right now? What is grabbing your attention? What is really pulling you forward in in gaming? But regardless of that, uh, I hope whomever is watching this, you have a great night, great morning, great afternoon, a great week. And I am gonna go stop talking my fucking ass off. And I hope to see you in the next absolutely incoherent, borderline schizophrenic uh, rambles next time. And um, have a great day.